Tell me. Okay, yes. We are here once again at the beautiful Dwight Yorke Stadium for the finals of the 2024-2025 season of the Tobago Football Association's Football League competition between Gold City of Castara versus Signal Hill United, as the teams were just greeted by the President Kieran Edwards, and we are now standing at attention for the national anthem, as the anthem will be played. Yes, as applause are being given following the playing of the national anthem, the teams were just greeted by President of TFA,
President Mr. Dos Santos Carrington.
Even at this moment, we are going to observe a minute of silence for the passing of a former TFA President, Mr. Dos Santos Carrington. Yes, the moment of silence, Mr. Dos Santos Carrington, may he rest in peace. He was indeed a stalwart of the game of football here in Tobago. As a team are greeting each other, and the president of the Trinidad Tobago Football Association, Mr. Kieran Edwards, is there, and the president of the Tobago Football Association, Mr. Kenny Everton Alfred, they would have greeted the teams and
starting 11 for Gold City FC. Goalkeeper.
Yes, Mr. Everton Alfred and Mr. Kieran Edwards, they would have greeted the teams. And the teams here, Gold City of Castara, very talented team that experienced player Jeremy Williams, the captain, Roshan Jack, Makeli Franklin, DeCosi Charles, Hakeem Legal. Hakeem Legal has been on fire in front of the goal this season, and they will be dependent upon him to score some goals in this finals. Curlan Ferguson, Kiel Taylor, Tariq Holder, Giovanni Thomas, and Andwele Walker. And the starting lineup for a very talented Signal Hill United team. Kieran Thomas in the goal, Valdez Perez, the captain, and a very experienced centre-back midfielder, and very dangerous with the set plays. Akian Williams, Jelani Augustus, Henson Charles, Anson Campbell, Kareem Arthur, Ken Vern Thomas. Ken Vern Thomas, he will be dependent they will be dependent on him to string the passes and to create the opportunities for goal scoring. Axel George and Jafia Edwards, who will be playing on the wing. He's an attacking, ultra-attacking player. And so we are here, we are expecting a very, very exciting finale here tonight at the beautiful venue of the Dwight Yorke Stadium, right here, just at the foothills of the French Fort Hill, the hill where the French would have set up their fort, overlooking Scarborough, overlooking the sea. A very beautiful scenery for whosoever may want to visit Tobago one day. You can even go right up on the hill and you will, beautiful, picturesque hill, and you will see the stadium and the entire Scarborough. And as we are here to begin a wonderful finals, very exciting finals here this evening. Signal Hill will be going from your left to right on the screen, and Castara from right to left. Castara in the navy blue and Signal Hill in the yellow doing the kickoff. And I welcome my brother here. Welcome.
Kerry, thanks for the welcome, man.
Yes, man.
And thanks for the history lesson. I did not know the hill.
Yes, French Fort Hill, yes.
French Fort Hill, thanks a lot, man.
Yes.
Yeah, what's that? Tobago remains beautiful, remains a picturesque island. You know, and thanks to the Tobago Football Association,
Yes.
and Tobago Sports Live for inviting me to do a little guest appearance with you all this evening. It's exciting. And I must
You're
say,
welcome, you're most welcome.
I must say we at TTT covered the league, the entire league, and it was a lot of football.
Yes.
And a lot of good football, and these two teams deserve to be where they are tonight. You know, just off the top of my head, I could call some exciting players. You know, Henson Charles is one of my favorites.
Henson Charles, yes. They'll be looking for him, Signal Hill, to score some goals tonight.
Yes.
And to pull the strings, the midfielder, the playmaker, that will be Kenvin Marcel.
Right. And then on the Castara Goal City side,
yes.
hey boy, Hakim Legal is the most exciting player in the
I
league.
hear it. Oh, they're looking for him.
Yeah.
Over hit pass, yes. Yes.
You know, so
stolen. Oh, he couldn't find Hakim Legal as Signal Hill plays their way out of the back.
Signal Hill strong on the back because I like the skipper Valdez.
Yes. He's a very smart player.
Valdez.
I always describe him as a smart man on the field.
Yeah, Valdez are impressive. But and then the former pro from
this looks like offside.
Yes. The Goal City captain, Jeremy Williams.
Yes.
Back in the day in the Pro League, we used to call him Butters.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, but solid, smart player as
very
well.
solid,
you know.
Very smart player indeed.
Dangerous on the dead ball, like Valdez as well.
Yes.
You know, so we invite some exciting stuff here tonight in Bacalet, you know.
And I want to thank TTT for supporting Tobago's football, featuring it in your nightly expositions on the news. So I'm happy that you are here. You're most welcome to Tobago at all times, anytime, sir.
Thank you very much. Well, that's easy because TTT, we like nice things. You know, we need national station, and we want to be the national station.
Tobago television.
Yes. You know, and this league, the progress of it, the organization of it, you know, we had to thank Everton Alfred, Kenny, and his team for providing the information. Tobago Sports Live, always on the ball,
yes,
with regards to the coverage and providing information on the league. And, you know, that's what we need, you know. And it come to this, look at nice crowd in the stadium.
Very good crowd.
Nice trophy on display.
Yes.
You know, everything. Proud to see the TFA president come up for the final as well, you know.
I was very pleased to see Mr. Edwards up here coming up to greet the teams. So we can look forward to a very bright future in football in Tobago. We're really seeking to improve the product, you know, and in improving the product, Tobago Sports Live continues even in times sponsorless to even broadcast the football of the young people for football. So taking that opportunity to even invite persons to support this venture for the young people.
Let's hope people see what you all are doing.
And
Because-
Castara, oh yes,
Yes.
Castara hits it over ball, loose ball from a weak defensive clearance.
Who was that? That was Ferguson?
The chance fell, yes, to number 14, Tyreek Holder.
Oh, Holder, okay.
He skied it. Even as these two teams, the location of Castara, we call it the north side. It's one of the fishing village at the north side. That's the location of this village of Castara. A production line of a lot of talented footballers over the year. Handel Manswell, among others. Carly Dick. Not Carly Dick. Colson Dick. Yes. Joe Public. That's
Yes,
right. That's his village. Right. So a number of talented players would have come out of this village of Castara, the village also of the birthplace of A.N.R. Robinson, former Prime Minister and President also.
What if you could have played a little football?
I'm certain. I'm sure. I'm sure of it.
The game a little. People like the feeling out, you know. These both teams feeling out one another. We are a little scrappy at both ends.
Yes.
You know, right about now, Castara, Gold City have the better running.
Yes.
You know, League all on top, they're hunting as usual. Alright, but they have him covered. They well covered at the back.
Yes,
so something had to give just now because you know,
the first 10 minutes of the finals, they would be feeling out each other, not taking much risk. You know, as we put it, they would not. Oh, and Castara again on the press, and they would have won that ball. Oh,
Holder won it and lost it, and then he gone again
and gave away a foul there. Edwards would have come back from the forward position to win it and conceded a foul. And Kenvin Marcel is on the ball. This is a player that
Kenvin Marcel, he's a name we was bringing out in the league as well.
Yes, Kenvin, they have a nickname, they call him Ratty. Very talented playmaker. He's just calm, very calm on the ball. So they will be dependent on him to really string the passes and to do that creative aspect of the Signal Hill game. And even going into Signal Hill, where they are located more or less in the Scarborough area on a hill. Yeah, that's why the name is Signal Hill. So it's up on the top of a hill overlooking Scarborough. This Signal Hill team where it is based. Foul, is it? No. Referee Yorke.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Right.
Keon Yorke, I worked with him over the years at CONCACAF when he was on the FIFA panel.
Nice.
You know, we did some international games together when he in his prime. You know, tough fella. You know, but he know the rules.
Yes, sir. Hence he has the whistle in the finals.
Yeah, he's the man.
Corner conceded. First corner of the match. Signal Hill. Let's see how they set up for this corner. All the Castara players are in the box. Every one of them is in the box defending. Oh, poorly hit corner. Very poorly hit.
That's a waste of that corner.
Legal. Back to Franklin. Bringing it for lost.
See, that's what's happening in the game in this early stage. You know, we just 8 minutes in.
Yes.
But you know the play breaking down in the midfield, right? Nobody really penetrating. Yeah, we see Legal with a big run on top early on. You know, I think that was the only real attacking move in the final third that we have seen for the night. You know, everything breaking down in the middle of the field, and you know, a little nervous man trying to do a little too much.
Yes.
You know, a little more stringing of the passes together.
And even when Signal Hill win it, you know, they wouldn't calm. They just blasted
calm it down. Yeah, you know, the two Charles on each side, the Cosney and Henson, they had to take controls of the midfield.
Yes.
All right, and calm it down a little bit and string the passes together properly.
Yes.
You know, and the support staff then they will fall into line. That's the key linchpin men in the middle. You know, then
Jeremy on the ball. Long ball forward, searching for illegal and legal. Ball cleared by goalkeeper Thomas there.
Well read by Thomas. Well read. You know, he saw it coming over the top and he know who coming at it. So he not taking any chances.
The number 10 for Castara, Curlin Ferguson, also another very experienced campaigner. He's a brother, if I'm not mistaken, of Handel Manswell.
Okay.
Yes.
No, Handel Manswell quite royal from his pro days.
Pro League days.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, for Fire.
Yes.
He played for my club, Caledonia. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good, yes.
Yeah.
That's his brother there.
Okay.
And that cross coming in. Poor cross cleared away by the defense.
But just to let your viewers know and your listeners that Caledonia AI is the greatest club in Trinidad and Tobago, if anybody was wondering.
Well, Caledonia AIA, club based in Mova.
Yes.
Yes. And also a club that would have contributed greatly to national football, national teams.
Yes.
Yes.
That is heart and soul.
Yes, it would be nice, you know. Is there a home venue dedicated for Caledonia AIA?
Well, simple answer is no. A couple of years ago, we started to host home games at the Mova Recreation Ground.
Yeah.
It's an open ground.
Okay.
But it's the most money we ever made.
Okay.
Because the supporters came out.
Oh, well done.
He still has it.
Oh, this his end product. His work rate is great. That Tyreek Ola is constantly winning the ball. Work rate, very good. But that end product.
Yeah, this the last touch in the
Yes.
field, you know, eluding them.
Yeah.
And but Gold City taking over the game. If you watch it,
Indeed.
yeah, they have more possession. You know, and they're reaching deeper
More
and deeper. Look at no.
With that cross, oh no.
No, he went down. Yes, and it was a nice experiment. But the maintenance of the ground and all that and so forth. So we just went back to the stadium and like everybody else, we using Arima Velodrome and La Hoqueta Recreation at phase 2 and that sort of stuff.
So what are the possibility of closing up the ground, you know?
Yeah. And
so that you can make money security wise, everything?
There's a question we have to revisit because they already left it alone for a little while because of the COVID and all that, all the momentum died.
You see, the simple matter of making money in sport is closing the grounds and making venues paid venues, and there's a simple matter and the simple matter of making money all around the country.
And that ground in the village itself.
Yes,
you understand. So
where the supporters can.
Yes. So people walking out.
And Singer Hill coming down the. Yes, he will save it.
Yes.
And he's crossing it to Jafaya. Will Jafaya get it? No, and Jafaya cross was pretty poor cross. You know, the both teams are lacking that quality, and to score goals, you must have that final pass in terms of the quality of the final pass.
Anytime in around the box, they breaking down. That final pass, or even not the final, the second to last pass and all not good. You know
exactly.
The middle of the field looking nice, you know, nice touches, this and that. But as soon as they get close to that final third,
Castara searching for Michele Franklin. I think his name in the village is Mini or Many. Michele Franklin.
Yeah, because there's much time there, you know.
And he's if not the cousin or the nephew of Legal.
Oh, okay.
He's either the cousin or nephew. It's
like
a family, you know. Yeah. A lot of them are family in the village. Yeah. Mini is a cousin of Legal. His surname is Franklin, but he's a Legal.
Okay. Oh my!
Oh
yes. Get it back.
That's a foul. They're very tricky. That dribble by Marcel, dribbling Ferguson. Curlin just didn't like it. He raised his hand. But I mean, not menacingly. It wasn't threatening him. But
Marcel seemed to be in a bit of pain on the ground there. Yeah, I think something drastically wrong with Marcel.
Just received a little bit of a close line there. But I think he should be okay. He should be okay. Even as this game is not yet totally settled, you would say. It's not totally settled as yet. The sporadic chances by playing long ball, but no real quality as yet in the final third.
We really didn't see it as yet. Let's hope the quality improve, and that tit for tat in the middle. We hope something happen to advance the football into the final.
Here's the replay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just a bit of hand to his jaw there when Ferguson was turning. Nothing malicious at all.
No, Ferguson was just he was just trying to get a better angle.
Yeah.
To get round the football. Yeah.
But Marcel seems to be okay.
Yeah, the nose nerves giving him some problems.
Yes. You're missing a bit, and Marcel and Ferguson is quite a very tough individual, eh?
Yeah.
Very strongly built,
robust-looking fellow.
Yes, so as a small pat might seem small, but it will have some weight behind it. But it wasn't malicious, so
no.
Yeah,
I must say.
As Signal Hill tries to build from the back, coming through the middle. There's a loose ball being played. Marcel, this is Marcel on the ball. Yes, and he
coming in for some rough treatment.
Yes, he's a very tricky player. They have to close him down.
But this one is in a good position if they could do something with it. Who is over the ball? Marcel.
Defender coming to serve that ball. Marcel just walking away, pulling away on the right side there.
Axel George.
Axel
George could hit the football,
Yes,
Axel
he has
George,
a very good left foot.
Yeah, Axel George is trouble right here, right now.
Former Signal Hill secondary player. Bishop's High School also. Axel with the left foot. Going direct. Oh. Yes, Axel has a very good left foot.
Wide all along the ground.
Yeah.
Some memorable goals scored in the league, and Axel, I think he has two of them,
Yes, he has a very sensible, very good left foot, talented player.
He scored a free kick at Colon was
long
tremendous.
The second ball taken up, yes.
Roll it.
Franklin couldn't play through. You see, we were speaking about the second ball.
Yeah.
Yes, they won the second ball. No, they're winning the press. Let's see the quality coming across. This looks promising to Taylor.
Yeah. Nod.
Oh, no. So as we said, the final ball quality is not quite there as yet. I said Taylor for number 14 is holder actually. In the central defense of Castara, Giovanni, Thomas. Oh, Fire. Oh, yeah. Will that go for a corner? Yes, it went for a corner. Fire. Yes, he has some pace on the right side. He eluded.
Fire come down the flank. Elude the defender. Lift his head. Everything right.
Yes.
But bang the ball into the defender.
Yeah,
just that last touch. I suppose you see some goals just now. They can't keep this up.
No. See some goals very shortly. Crosses into the box. Will keeper Ferguson. Yes, Ferguson will take control as he rolls that ball out. Ferguson, the goalkeeper for Castara, he used to play in the midfield for Castara over the years.
What a switch.
He has the ability to go into the goals. He's there. Akini Ferguson, his name.
But it's quite a utility player to have, because if a guy, a midfielder, could start in the goal, that's something else.
What a ball! Oh, just a bit overhit. Wasn't a bad idea.
No, it wasn't a bad idea.
Searching for Kiel Taylor there. There's Holder searching for Taylor.
And Taylor did well with his stutter step.
Yes.
But it cost him as well.
The centre back, Giovanni Thomas for Castara, a former Bishop's High School player and Speyside Secondary. Won the Intercol in 2019 with Speyside.
So we're watching quality on the field.
Yes.
At various stages of the career, they made some noise.
Yes,
But I telling you something in watching the league, these two teams were outstanding.
yes.
The league, you know.
Two very outstanding team indeed.
You know, you could point to Roxborough as well and to Leeds.
Yes,
You know,
Roxborough and Leeds, two talented, very, very talented teams.
You know,
what they presented in the third place game was a bit lackluster, I guess.
Yeah, because
lack of motivation.
Yes, it's because of the occasion.
But that's not a true reflection of the abilities of those.
Especially Leeds. I find Leeds was up this year. Roxborough Lakers were, I'll call it, efficiently workmanlike throughout the league.
Yes.
They do what they gotta do. They know the skill men. Alright? And they use that.
A lot of passes they used to play. Going up the line, foul across there on the right hand side. That was Kiel Taylor doing some damage up that number 11, and he was upended. Well, let's see what this set play would bring.
Yes.
There's a replay. Kiel Taylor going down the line there.
Because I was hoping to get a goal before my shift finished.
Upended by defender Purcell Ewing. Purcell Ewing is an uncompromising defender himself. He's playing on the left back there for Signal Hill. Let's see what this set play will bring. Will it bring a goal? The big guns are going up. Jeremy Williams going up. Ferguson. Well defended. And let's see, will Signal Hill go on the counter-attack? Ball on the feet of Marcel. Yes, he will, of course, play a sensible ball.
But Castara come back well, man. They have numbers.
Very well. Marcel again on the ball. Good quality player. Good turn. Calming the play completely. And it will be wise for Signal Hill to play the place the attack through him. He's consistent with the pass. You see again a very faulty final pass.
No.
Oh, will he? He is offside. We see he is on the bike. As soon as that ball,
he gone.
Yes, he's ready to go.
There's no hesitation whatsoever.
Yeah, no, and it is incumbent on the players behind him to play the ball early. Play it early because he will make the run.
One step too early, you know. One step too early, and he was offside.
There's a bit of fumble by the number 7 Franklin that caused him to go offside. Holder to Franklin, and he got. And Franklin plays a poor quality ball. And he had the space. He could have played that ball, a much better ball. Marcel on the ball. So his captain, Valdez Perez. Raking pass down the left flank. Is that a foul? Yes. A very clumsy challenge here. Unnecessary challenge here by the defender, putting his team under pressure. Attacker going away from the goal. Was it necessary for him to upend him like that? Or I don't think so.
No, not at all. That was unnecessary. It was
Henson. And it's Henson.
It was. It going to cost the team if anything come out of this free kick. You know, he will hear some words from his teammates.
And the free kick played backwards to Valdez, and Valdez just wide of the mark. The goalkeeper Akini Ferguson, he settles the ball. Will he go long? It seems he's going long because no Castara player is setting up themselves to receive, and he pass short and he goes long. Easily dealt with by Ewing. Ewing again. This player is constantly giving away the ball.
Yes.
On about 3 or 4 occasions, if we should do his statistics, his pass percentage will be very low.
Yeah, somewhere in the 30s.
Somewhere in the 30s, perhaps 20s. You know, these are some of the little things that, you know, positionally you have to consider these statistics to play effective your game.
Franklin have some nice touches, you know.
Indeed.
Nice touches. And you know, I think.
But his final pass is what is beating him at the moment.
And the thing is, he letting go of the ball in a timely manner, but the pass not good. You know, so he doing the right thing. He eluding and passing, but passing to someone on the other team.
Thomas, the goalkeeper, comes out and plays it to his defense. As Signal Hill see this, the team seem to be attempting to put the ball down on the ground a bit more now. Okay, well, that pass will improve his statistics.
he got one good. He got one good.
Yes. Marcel on the ball. Signal Hill is attempting to play a bit more calmly now and build it out of the back. Shifting, well, we've seen the shifting of the defenders.
Well, I think since the little cruise line foul, Ken Vern disappeared a bit in the game, you know. He just had a touch.
Yeah.
But he was more influential in the first 10. Although just in the middle. You know, if he maintain that activity, I think Signal will be doing a bit more right now.
Well, definitely they can't close their eye on him.
True.
As we say goodnight to the patrons, I think it's a good turnout. What do you think?
Fantastic turnout, man.
Great turnout for the finals, yes. I think I saw a number of persons from the north side, because Castara, as we said, is in the north side, well dribbled, and he's entering the box. Well defended there by skipper Jeremy Williams. Idaho Williams, they call him. A lot of nicknames here.
Yeah. Henson Charles just was outsmarted by the skipper.
Yes. Well, he is a very tough nut to crack to crack in the back there. He's a very, very intelligent defender. Extremely. And good night again to the patrons and welcome to the Dwight Yorke Stadium as we witness the finals of this season's football league. A lot of persons from the north side would have attended.
The rhythm section started to crank up in the corner. Things getting serious.
As Henson defended. He's a lone soldier up there.
Legal.
Yes. Lone soldier legal. Lone soldier legal.
No, he has he has some words for holder.
Yes.
He has some words for holder.
Will this just
right. Well, that's my shift. Once again, thank you all for
that was a beautiful
inviting me.
Before you go, that was a beautiful.
No, that was
Ken Vern. That was Ken Vern.
Ken Vern now getting back, getting over the clothesline. Getting back in the game. Nice to see him. I thought that was heading in. Seriously.
Yeah. Indeed, I thought so.
I thought that was heading in.
So thanks for being here. Thanks
was
for
nice.
being here. Yes.
After run away.
Oh my! And all the best to Caledonia in the Pro League Tier 1.
Yes. Best team in the world.
Your team, Caledonia, yes. The best team in the world, you say.
All right, Tobago Sports Live. It was nice.
And don't be a stranger. As we continue here in Ferguson on the ball, looking for Franklin, and Marcel is on the ball. Oh, Marcel. Looking for the striker there. Ferguson on the ball. Is he offside? Yes, he is offside. He is indeed offside. And he was upended there by the goalkeeper. That perhaps he might be injured, He was looking across the line to see if the assistant would have raised his flag. The assistant only raised his flag when he seemed to be going on the ball, but by that time he was on the collision course there with the goalkeeper. Welcome, Mr. Williams, in the commentary booth. Media box, we are here. Welcome. We are witnessing a very cagey match at the moment in the 29th minute. It's a little cagey. The teams are very unwilling to take any real big risk. But eventually the goal will come because I think the teams are opening up a bit more. They're opening up a bit more, but when one goal score, it will open up even much more.
And good night to everybody. Again, welcome to Tobago Sports Live as we are here for the Tobago Football Association League Finals between Signal Hill and Gold City.
One thing I didn't note earlier it has been a bit, I want to say it has been ages since Gold City has even been in the reckoning for a Tobago title. It has been ages, eons. You know, Signal Hill would have won the FA Cup a couple years ago, but this Castara Gold City, it will be quite a number of years since they would have won. And imagine if they win tonight. Castara, that village will not go to bed tonight.
And
that village will not go to bed tonight.
Listen, and these guys are operating with a kind of belief that, you know, they can do it. Looking at them throughout the season, Signal Hill on the attack once again. And it goes out for, is it a goal kick? Corner, says the referee. But this Gold City team definitely was the dark horse, in my opinion, throughout the competition. I mean, what they have been doing against each and every team in the Eastern Conference is nothing short of impressive, and they do deserve to be where they are for today. As you would have rightfully said, this team definitely, if they win tonight, there would be a motorcade in Castara, most certainly.
And motorcade straight to Castara, all along the north side road. As Signal Hill, here's a set piece.
Ooh. Ooh.
And Signal Hill is very deadly on the set piece.
Definitely, especially
this is a dangerous position. Valdez.
Yeah, Valdez, Perez, Axel George. Axel George would have scored a free kick against, is it Roxborough Lakers? And it definitely was an impressive free kick. But again, Valdez Perez also has those free kicks in his arsenal. And from this distance, you would definitely expect Valdez Perez to take on a shot from here.
Valdez Perez in his secondary school career, 2012, he would have scored about 20 free kicks that season.
Wow.
For Scarborough Secondary School. And he does it again! Valdez Perez! He does it again with a free kick. We were just speaking about what he has in his arsenal. And Valdez Perez is very dangerous on the set piece. And there he is, the captain. Captain Fantastic of Signal Hill. Signal Hill leading 1-0 and number 8, Valdez Perez, executing a wonderful free kick.
Take a look at the technique. Take a look at the placement. The keeper definitely, well, I believe the keeper should have done better there, but where Valdez Perez would have placed that ball, you can't say that the keeper definitely had no chance. Valdez Perez did something today that Kevin De Bruyne did earlier to keep Man City in a game. And this is where leaders are made. This is where leaders are born. So now we wait to see what Castara would be able to do from here.
The game will open up a bit more now.
And the game has picked up a pace. We have Marcelé on the attack. Ratty, skillful young fella.
Very. And they will be totally dependent on him to create more opportunity, more chances.
Definitely.
The Signal Hill under charge there. Oh, the right back was under charge there. And we just noted that in 2012, as you said, in his school days, he would have scored about 20 free kicks for Scarborough Secondary School. 20
free kicks, in my opinion, is that is probably a record, because I don't even think we have seen that in the professional leagues that we love to look at on TV, like the EPL, the La Liga. So 20 free kicks is definitely something that should have gone down in the history books of the SSFL competition. On the attack again is Signal Hill. Wow.
Jaffa Edwards being fouled and getting up and going down. Jaffa Edwards. Yes, and 3 of those free kicks were against Speyside.
that must have hurt your feelings for sure.
Well, in fact, let me tell you. The first game he scored 2 free kicks. Scarborough Sec was down 3-1.
Wow.
And he scored 2 to bring them back in the game.
Wow.
The second game right at this Dwight Yorke training ground, Scarborough Second was down 2-1, and in the last minute of the game, he scored a free kick and equalized the game. He cried. He ran to the bench and cried. He always reminds me of that.
And again, that goes to show the quality of Valles Perez. And just imagine they are commending Declan Rice for scoring two free kicks in a game, but Valles Perez has been doing it since his secondary school days.
Very, very dangerous.
So I mean, Declan Rice, you have some catching up to do, son.
And it will. Castara is trying to, pick up the pace in the attack to bring themselves back into this game.
And I think the goal that Signal would have scored definitely opened up the game a little bit, because it did seem... and that's definitely a penalty. Definitely a penalty.
Won by T.L. Taylor. T.L. Taylor has been really terrorizing them down that flank for the entirety of the night.
No question about it. Referee Keon Yorke had to point to the spot there. If he didn't point to the spot, then Castara definitely would have been aggrieved. But what a passage of play. But now it's for Ferguson to get past Thomas. And Thomas over the entirety of the season has been proven to be a worthy custodian for the Signal team. So can Engine jumpstart the life for this Goal City team?
I like that. Yes, his name is Engine. But he's an experienced player.
Certainly, and I believe players like himself and Jeremy is the reason why this Goal City team is in the final for today.
Yes.
Because they would have won a lot of games through their experience.
Indeed. And it's surprising that their goal scorer is not taking a penalty, but they're going for experience. And he runs up and he places it beautifully. Beautifully past the goalkeeper. 1-1 here at the Dwight Yorke Stadium. This finals is heating up. My brother. 1-1.
And this is definitely what we were looking for from minute one of this game. We really didn't expect the both teams to be that labored at the start of the game. Goalkeeper Thomas did get a hand to it, but unfortunately, the most important thing for Goal City is that the ball is in the back of the net.
That's right, indeed. 1-1 here in the 38th minute. Goal scored in the 37th minute by Curlan Ferguson, the engine. And Jafire is on the ball. Number 20, Jafire.
Again, the game has come to life. Now we have Legal on the ball, the top goal scorer in the Tobago Football Association League competition.
So Franklin is on the ball. Enter in the box.
And can this be 2-1? Great save.
Oh yes, and he has the rebound. And he places it. Legal. Goal.
And this game has sprung into life.
Legal. Goal by Legal. Pandemonium here in the Dwight Yorke Stadium.
Certainly. And he runs over to greet the Castara fans who are here with their flag.
Oh yes.
Again, if Castara is to go on and win this game tonight, it would be a motorcade from Bacalet to Castara. And I do believe if they win this game, they will pass all the way through the rainforest.
No. I think they will take the north side road and go up. They won't go all that way through the north side road, because they will take Maysnall, go up the road, Moriah up the road, Castara, Palato Verde will be coming down. Castara would not sleep tonight. 2-1. 2 goals in 2 minutes.
And we would have seen the pandemonium when Leeds United would have won the FA Cup final. So imagine the pandemonium here tonight if Castara goes on to win this game. But this game definitely has more goals in it.
It has goals in it. This game is not over. It's far from over. It is far from over. And this youngster, Franklin, he is. They moved him from the center, and he's more on the right side forward. Right side forward. Oh, ball into. Oh my! If that ball would have arrived at legal, it would have been trouble here in the stadium.
Ooh.
As Marcel here shows his quality, draws a foul.
Marcel seems to be in some discomfort after the challenge from Ferguson.
Yes.
You know, so we definitely have to wonder if he would be able to last the entirety of this game. Henson Charles on the attack, loses possession.
Henson Charles has been ultimately a bit ineffective out there on the left-hand side of the attack as he drops. Franklin drops deep.
Oh,
missed kick there, but he manages to recover. Marcel on the ball. Marcel loses out. Ball through to Legal. Legal out to number 11, Taylor. Taylor wasn't able to return that pass to Legal.
I do believe for the Signal team to stop Legal, they would have to play a little bit closer to him, because giving him that much room and that much time to run onto the ball definitely would put them in some trouble and in some discomfort.
And Signal Hill comes out again. They attempt to restart. Now their engine need to restart. Jafaya, pacey Jafaya, tricky, taking on his man there. The one-on-one plays it back to Jack. No, that's Purcell Ewing. They bring Purcell Ewing on the right back now. Shot from distance. Easily held by Ferguson Akini. Long ball to no one. Signal Hill comes forward again with it. Patient build up. Distribution there by goal scorer Perez. They're trying some shots from distance. Well covered.
But I believe if Signal Hill is desirous of getting back into this game, it would take them putting the ball down on the park and doing what they were trying to do before, you know, rather than being in a hurry and scuffing the shots at the goalkeeper. Because I mean, trying a shot from 40 and 50 yards out definitely isn't going to challenge a goalkeeper of the quality of Ferguson.
Yes.
That definitely is onside. And again, trying a shot from that distance, I mean, even though you're 2-1 down, you have to be a little patient. You have to go through the motions a little bit, play the ball a little bit faster, create opportunities. Because at present, all this Goal City team is trying to do is take this thing out of the Signal Hill attack.
Yes.
And they are definitely good at taking this thing out of the attack.
Ferguson plays it long, looking for Legal to Ewing on the ball. Places up the line to Edwards. Edwards principally has a beating of his man. Oh! That ball is out for a corner. That's out for a corner. I think Jafaya Edwards is having a pretty good match down this right-hand flank.
Yeah, most certainly.
The only thing is that that final delivery, is pretty absent, but generally for pace and so on, he's having the beating of the man. And just look at Signal Hill. I mean, what is the necessity for all these players back there? You want a goal. You want a goal.
Marcel on the ball. Marcel with wonderful skill.
Great
goal from Marcel.
Marcel scored.
2-all. This game is definitely heating up.
Yes.
So in the beginning, you would have said that Marcel is an integral part of the Signal Hill team and the success of the Signal Hill team.
Hinges around him.
He definitely showed his quality and showed his worth. So the game is definitely heating up, and this is what we expect from a final. Look at the corner.
They may call this an own goal, nevertheless. Let's look at it. Yes,
Yeah, own goal.
Yes.
But again, Marcel with that quality.
Yes, he was a catalyst.
Definitely. And to beat one man and put the ball on the weaker left foot and still place it in the back of the net.
Two all in the 45th minute. Oh yes. Yes, the announcer is saying Kenville Marcel, but that's an own goal. Lee goal. He scuffs his shot there. Made a brilliant run. Yes, he's beating himself. He know he could have done better there. He should have done better there.
And Legal being the leading goal scorer in this competition by so many goals. I mean, Legal would be kicking himself and saying, I had to do better there.
Yes.
You know, the score definitely should have been 3-2.
It was a beautiful run, a beautiful ball. Marcel playing a beautiful ball to Edwards. For quality. That is poor quality. Ball one back in the center of the field. And I know that they will go direct with this free kick. This free kick is central. I think it is set up properly for Axel.
Axel George, yes. And Axel George again proved that he has a wonderful left foot. So we are waiting to see if he would go forward to take this free kick.
No, he's in the back discussing. Kenville Marcel is standing there. He's standing over the ball.
And Marcel with himself has shown that he can take
has
long range shots.
Placement qualities, yes.
I've seen on multiple occasions where he would have put the ball from the half line into the back of the net. So he's easily held on to no rebound, no change. So he's not a shopkeeper. Long ball up for Franklin. Franklin keeps it in. Franklin has been playing very decent quality wing play. Finds Taylor on the other wing. And Taylor wins the ball. Goal! I thought this was heading straight into that far corner there. I think that on quite a few occasions the coaches have to look at that. Signal he would have lost the ball in the defensive third due to the press of the Castara. So the coach will have to look into that. Coach/manager. One thing that's worrying for me is the amount of space and time that Franklin has to pick up the ball and grand charge at the Signal Hill defense. I mean, he's proven that he can be a dangerous player, and that's the half. I mean, 2-2 at the half. We definitely, after probably the first 15-20 minutes of the game, we were saying this game is not living up to the final. But again, Valdez Perez started the show, and from there, the engine started Castara.
Yes.
And from there, it was legal. And he definitely scored legal goals on the night.
Indeed. And then the equalizer from Mr. Marcel.
From Marcel. And again, Marcel was in a bit of discomfort at the beginning of the game. But, I mean, to pull it back for your team in a moment like this, even though you are in discomfort, shows the passion and the leadership that is existent in the Signal Hill team.
Yes. I think that we can't say any one of these teams were outplaying the other. They were cagey in the first 15 minutes, and then the goals start coming in, and the game would have opened up. And so we expect a cracking second half. I mean, they are all square, so possibly they may be cagey, but due to the time that will be extended in the game as the game goes on and legs become tired and the game becomes stretched, I believe that there will be a winner before the end of 90 minutes.
Certainly. And this is a game that I think most people watching this game here tonight on Tobago Sports Live is definitely saying this game won't go to extra time and won't go to penalties.
And so before we take our break and go, we would like to thank everyone that will be viewing that are viewing this game at this moment, and we urge persons to support Tobago football. The crowd here is very nice, a very great turnout. And so until we come back for the second half. Good evening, and we are here again. Once again here, we return for the second half as the teams make their way out into the middle. For this finals, the score is 2-all. A very, very exciting first half as the referees are now making their way out to the pitch. The central referee, Mr. Keon Yorke, flanked by his two assistants there. They will be going to the center field, then doing the final inspection before the start of this second half. 2-all here at the Dwight Yorke Stadium. The finals of the Tobago Football Association 2024-2025 season. 2 goals apiece here in the finals. Castara Goal City FC versus Signal Hill United. And we expecting a bumper. Are we expecting a bumper second half? Tell me, Mr. Williams.
Definitely expecting an exciting second half. Both teams definitely would have shown that they do have the ability going forward, and they do have the capabilities to put the ball in the back of the net, even though it would have looked in the first half as though both teams lacked a bit of quality. But as the game went on, as the game grew older and the game became more stretched, both teams definitely started showing that quality. So we are looking forward to an exciting second half.
Of course. Even as they prepare to kick off, let's invite the patrons down at the Dwight Yorke Stadium to support local football, support the young people playing football, and even support Charmin's Delight there that constantly provides the media team with refreshments and water, and even for the patrons, tasty refreshments at her establishment in these football matches. Every football match, she's there. Wheresoever the games are taking place, she's there. As Lee Gall is on the ball, he plays a beautiful through ball. Oh yes, well defended there. That shot lacked conviction.
And some might even argue what was the point of him trying to turn back. I mean, he was in through on goal. I believe he would have left George and his other counterpart in the dust, because he seems to be a bit faster than both defenders.
He chose to turn back. And there we see Arthur of Signal Hill, Karim Arthur, losing the ball. We made some commentary about his possession statistics in the first half. I hope that he will improve greatly in this half. Lost quite a few ball. So, yes, has the right back, the left back of Signal Hill, Jelani Augustus,
showing a better skill.
Yes.
What was the score of the FA Cup finals at the end of extra time?
A late challenge there, a very, very late challenge there by the forward player of Signal Hill.
The question that we have is it's a day for two at hotel. You don't do it one. So you have to be had.
That's the number 9, Anson Campbell. Is that Bolzo? Anson Campbell?
Is it Bolzo?
Yes.
I do believe it's him.
Yes. Lead challenge.
Another important player for the Signal Hill team.
In the attack, yes.
In the attack, and I mean especially going forward in this second half.
Yes.
Or would the experience of players like Jeremy and Ferguson come into play for?
Long balls straight through the center goalkeeper. Thomas coming out, half cleared that ball. Could have easily placed that ball straight on the foot of Franklin. But he didn't have proper control with the clearance. Number Jack on the ball, crosses. Scrappy clearance. Scrappy clearance. Ball going way over bar. Signal looking a little bit shaky in the defensive third. That ball should have been left for the goalkeeper.
And I mean, after taking the ball out of the grasp of the goalkeeper, basically, He put the ball directly down the middle, which we know is always a dangerous situation and a dangerous pass to make. Beautiful skill by Legal.
Extremely beautiful skill.
Right.
Bit of a poor touch there
Number 9.
by the Castara defender that creating this opportunity here for Jafaya, who just wouldn't go down. And Jafaya goes out. Jafaya Edward, he would not go down.
And that's definitely one thing that must be admired about Edwards.
Yes.
Edwards is foul. He's been tripped, and he is not saying that he refuses to fall.
Beautiful crossfield pass by Franklin. Holder.
If Castara doesn't score,
Oh, yes. Legal could have done better there. He would be beating himself.
I think at the beginning of the second half,
Arthur.
you would see that Castara looks like the more likely team to put the ball in the back of the net.
Yes. They are threatening much more.
One last question. One team played unbeaten in the conference
Franklin on the ball.
season. Name that team.
Cross by Ferguson.
Go.
To Legal. Legal dribbling. On the Tobago takes a shot. He is a one-man army.
So right, go.
True ball.
Beautiful ball through for Edwards.
Edwards.
Oh.
Edwards.
And I believe that's isn't that
Will
a red card challenge?
Will it be a red card? Him being
this-
the last defender there.
This is
a yellow
it
card.
gives him a yellow card.
I think the position of Jeremy would have saved him. We'll see it on the replay.
And I believe so. Look at it here. Was he the last defender?
Just because Jeremy was there, that is what saved him.
But
What do you think? Or the lack of control, the ball would have run away.
But if you look at the position of Jeremy stood a little bit forward of his compatriots.
Yeah.
So I would say that he is lucky to
He's
get away with a yellow card.
Well,
but I mean,
accepted. Yes. Yes.
and in a final, you definitely wouldn't want
Oh.
to see players being red carded.
Yes.
You know, because it definitely takes away from a bit of excitement from the game.
Is this wall 10 yards back? It looks a bit close.
Mm-hmm.
Easy question.
That free kick went well over the bar. Well over the bar. Seems like Signal Hill has quite a few free kick specialists. Changing them frequently with every free kick. That one was just taken by Jelani Augustus.
But I believe now the Signal players would be targeting,
Improvised pass there by Valdez Perez.
but Henson Charles loses possession.
Yes.
And I mean, Henson Charles is not having
The best of games.
Yeah, and
And Jafaya, he has speed. He will reach the ball. He will reach that ball.
again. And
Yes.
it's the same guy that just committed the foul earlier. And I think referee Keon Yorke would be having a word with him.
In essence, that's a yellow card.
That is definitely a yellow card. So again, he has to count himself as lucky.
Yes. Because for pace alone there, Jafaya was...
Definitely.
Jaffa was a former Goodwood Secondary student. Also, he also played a season with
Speyside High, yes.
Yeah. As we see, Maurice Hackett is on the touchline there for Signal Hill. Maurice Hackett is on the touchline for Signal Hill, warming up. Doing the final steps in his warm-up.
Seems as though Axel George is in a bit of discomfort.
And the number 3, Ricardo Prescott.
So yes, Axel George is being substituted. I mean, again, this is not something that you want to see in the final of the Tobago Football Association League final competition, or the biggest final as we call it. So how unfortunate for Axel George.
Injury?
at Castara Place
Yes.
Hotel.
Soul in the groin is the groin area.
Going to waste the people and them.
And Purcell Ewing. Purcell Ewing coming off, and Axel George, and entering is Maurice Hackett and Ricardo Prescott.
And it's nice to see that both teams have quality on and off the bench.
Perez. Augustus. Jafaya. Jafaya is using his pace once again. Pace down the line.
Ooh.
And draws another foul.
And again, with all these fouls, they have been so lucky that referee Yorke is going into his pocket again for another yellow card. And if
Taylor.
if Edwards continues
in that vein,
somebody
will get a red card. Yes.
Yeah, somebody would end up with a red card. So what can Signal conjure up from here? Can Ratty pull out the magic wand and put Signal Hill in the lead?
Let's see the service coming across here.
Great service.
Oh!
Acrobatic clearance.
It was a combined clearance. Signal Hill on the prowl around the box.
The tempo of the game has shifted a little bit in favor of Signal Hill.
Yes, see a bit of momentum swing, but the score remains here in the 56th minute at 2-2, 2 goals apiece. Who will take the lead and for the final half an hour in this game create some? So
this is where this Goal City team is dangerous on the counter attack with the pace of Legal.
Yes, and Legal is on side at the moment. Will that pass be played earlier? Crossfield pass, I'm presuming, into.
Oh, handball referee.
I think the defender handled the ball.
So most importantly, referee Yorke says play on. So Signal Hill now on the attack. They would be trying to replay. They would be trying to get this ball into.
Signal Hill trying to play some cheeky passes right there. Very in close proximity. Oh, Thomas hurriedly clearing that ball. Didn't need to panic in that manner.
Ooh.
Bowler goes.
And one thing is for certain, Thomas, you know for sure he would be quick off his lines, and 98% of the times he is successful in winning these challenges. So he reads the game really, really well. Signal Hill going forward again, loses possession.
Once again, let's thank Tobago Sports Live for bringing Tobago football action, and even TTT present here, bringing sports football action in Tobago. The play is a bit scrappy at the moment in the middle of the park, as we see Franklin on the ball, hoping for a bit of liberation. Ball to Ferguson. Ferguson with poor pass.
This final is definitely a final based on moments, and each team definitely has their moment going forward. Charles on the attack now. So again, moments, and unfortunately the moments in this game aren't lasting as long as we would like.
a bit of we are in a period of lull at the moment, I would say, because no team is making more than 3 passes at the moment.
Definitely.
But we know as time goes on, it will, as legs get tired, the game may become a bit more stretched.
Certainly.
And more opportunities as Franklin is on the ball here. Michele Franklin Mini, he will deliver the cross high into the box, headed away.
And I would love to see a situation for Franklin anywhere in and around the 18-yard box, because he is a quality dead ball specialist on both the right and the left foot.
Is that so?
Definitely. I mean,
Franklin
in his Scarborough secondary days,
right,
switching the ball from left to right,
yes,
right foot, left foot.
Yes, he has been doing some beautiful switches even in this game at the moment. So this game.
So I definitely would like to see him in a dead ball situation in and around the 18-yard box, because I believe he would pose a challenge for goalkeeper Thomas. And Marcel trying to be a little bit too cheeky there.
Loses out. Marcel. Legal is away. Legal is away.
And that's such an important tackle. That is such an important tackle to put off Legal, because
Legal is away. He's oh yes.
Again, such an important tackle.
Legal is creating havoc there. The Lone Ranger.
So again, the game of moments, just about offside. Just about offside.
What do you think about that piece of defending there by defender Williams?
I mean, that piece of defending was so important in that moment, because Legal being able to go directly at goal. Trust me, 99% of the times
Franklin offside.
You are guaranteed that he would put the ball in the back of the net. So that piece of defending was really, really crucial in keeping this Signal team in the game. And these are the moments that can win you championships, that can win you titles. And it definitely shows that there are two sides to the game, both attack and defense.
Marcel, beautiful ball out
into Edwards.
Jafire has the beating of his marker. Is this Henson's moment? Henson haven't been finding a moment as yet for the game.
And again, he gives the possession. Ball into Legal.
Legal wrong the defense. One-on-one here. Passes
just
into Franklin. He's on. And he delivers the cross. I think that was a chance there.
Definitely a chance created. Definitely a chance created. And we have balls into Edwards.
Edwards with his
seems
speed
to be the pacey.
It's a bad touch.
But Edwards seems to have the goal city's number. Is it number 15?
But in spite of the quality of play and the combination play by as we see the replay, the combination play by Legal and Franklin, the defense really did well also. I must note that.
Definitely.
They stood their ground.
Saved the corner. That's a great save. That's a wonderful save.
Marcel on the ball. Jafire Edwards. He will be offside. He's making those runs a bit too early.
Here we have the replay. That's a cheeky save.
Yeah, maybe the entirety of the ball didn't cross the line. As I was noting a bit earlier, I think that Franklin, if he's not the cousin, I think he's a nephew of Legal.
Oh.
If he's not the cousin, nephew, but they're definitely related. Because Franklin's, his mother is Legal.
Okay.
So if he's not the cousin, it's his nephew.
Ooh.
More think it's his nephew.
Well, then that means
Family affair in the front.
Yeah. that means football runs in the blood.
Yeah. Oh, indeed. I know Franklin has another uncle there that plays. Used to be a striker for Castara. And the name is eluding me at the moment, but very, very dangerous striker. As Thomas had to stretch there to play a very simple, should have been a regulation pass. I don't know why he had to stretch there. We've seen a bit of the crowd. We've seen a bit of the fans that are here. The fans are here at the Dwight Yorke Stadium.
And it's always nice to see
football.
It's always nice to see Tobagonians coming out and supporting our local league.
Yes.
You know, showing support to the different villages that they might be from.
Indeed. And Castara located at the northern side of Tobago. When I was coming in, I saw quite a few persons from Palatavir and Moriah and Bloody Bay coming down here to support Castara's. The changes are ringing in again. We see Jadon Henry, former Signal Hill and Speyside High footballer again. Jadon Henry coming in for Signal Hill, replacing Jelani Augustus. Signal Hill tries to bring it out from the back. Jaden with his first touch. Finding their playmaker Marcel. Marcel plays a wonderful through ball, finding, yes, this time he would have timed his run. Campbell, and he tries to curl an audacious effort just over the bar. Chip shot.
And that run would definitely do some good for his confidence, because in the second half alone he has been he probably made at least 4 or 5 offside runs.
Exactly.
So this one definitely that he got spot on would do some good for his confidence, and hopefully he can convert one of those into goals.
Well, you see, the thing about it is,
so here he is once again,
and he misses.
But he's coming close.
And a penalty. Is it a penalty? No, a goal kick. A goal kick. Jafar Edwards is arguing for a goal kick, but a penalty, but he wouldn't get a penalty here. He got the shot off. Yes, the follow through took him out, but perhaps if he had dribbled, he would have won the penalty. But he took the shot. He did take the shot on.
But this man on the floor, is it number 19 again? I believe he has to be careful.
And really, he's on a card.
He has to be careful, because he is on thin ice right now.
A bit of a aggressive customer, he is. And you see why he is on side much more for those last 2 plays. You notice when Marcel picks up the ball, he plays the ball very early. So in playing it early, Jafar Edwards on
the ball once again.
Using his he has been fall right at the edge of the box. He is wreaking a lot of havoc.
And this is where Axel George definitely would have been integral in this team, but unfortunately had to go off injured, because this is his range.
That's his range on the side for that left foot.
Certainly. But we also can't put it past Valdez Perez to put the ball in the back of the net from this distance.
Jace Williams coming in for Castara. We know that one of Castara's main players, he is out in this finals because ill-advisedly, when he scored a goal in the semi-finals, being on a yellow card, he scored and took off his shirt.
Wow.
So in that celebration would have cost him a spot in this finals, and perhaps the victory. We don't know.
Certainly.
Number 21 getting ready to come on, Jace Williams for Castara. As you see, Franklin, it seems to be Franklin making his way out. Yes, I think that he deserves a round of applause. He had a very good match.
Definitely,
Very,
definitely.
very, very good
And
match by Franklin, I must say.
And I think it's a substitution that had to be made because he has been looking leggy for quite some time.
He had a very, very, very good game. Very. Marcel trying to go directly, and he receives a pass again. Jaden Henry. Jaden.
Great pass into Edwards. What will Edwards do from here? Can he put the ball in the danger area, or will he be fouled?
Just the way how Edwards runs with a bit of unorthodox technique. Well tackled, well timed tackle there.
And those are the tackles that you would only see in a Big 8 final.
Well timed tackle by Prescott on the marauding Ferguson there. Ferguson is a very tough customer. Missed there by Henry.
And
Legal is in behind. He wins. That's definitely out. Henson Charles. He hasn't found his moment as yet.
And he has disappeared from the game just a little bit. So I know Coach Carley would definitely be hoping that Henson Charles can find his feet, because on his day he can be a dangerous campaigner.
Very, exactly. I agree. Indeed. Just hasn't been able to find his feet.
With that pace, wow, crossfield pass.
Ill advised. And he's in the box. He's in the box.
I think that touch took him a little bit too wide.
Crossing. We see that he was at the back post. Legal was just on the back of that defender waiting.
Legs starting to tire just a little bit. Edwards seems to be in the nick of, great skill.
Played the ball. Played the ball. Risky challenge though, but he played the ball. And that defender there, he's on a card, but he's really making some very risky challenges. And we are into the final 20 minutes plus stoppage time. Will we have a winner? That's 20 minutes, a lot of time. The ever energetic Edwards winning the ball in the press. As Signal Hill comes forward again. Well played. And cleared. Signal Hill have Castara on the back foot. Ferguson.
Another crossfield pass again, goes up begging, but great skill to get out of that situation.
J.S. Williams. Well touched, good touch, legal. J.S. Williams. J.S. Williams looking. A wild swing in the defense. Of course, a bit of injury there to J.S. Williams. As Marcel goes forward, the referee is not obligated to stop the game. It's not a head injury. As he slowly rises to his feet. That's offside. Tyreek Holder, he needs to find his passing boots. Yet still needs to find that passing range, passing boots, some more accuracy. But he's always on the ball, and that's a commendable attribute. He's not hiding.
Definitely.
Mistake or not, he's not hiding. Headed away by Henry. Marcel ever into this game. The creation and the creativity aspect heavily depends on him. And Jaden Henry, errant pass. Jaden Henry came on as a substitute a short while ago. He hasn't really come up to speed in the game as yet. But he hasn't been punished, nevertheless.
So true.
Ball lost in the middle. Hakim is home. Legal! 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 Legal!
The quality of Hakim Legal continues to show. And Castara, even though they haven't been playing all that well, Castara is definitely benefiting from anything or any change that is given to them.
Don't make a mistake.
Don't make any mistakes. They will definitely punish you. His
mistake in the middle of the park. Ball won there by Ferguson. And he passes it to Legal. And that's the end of the story right there. End of the story, eh?
We speak about Kevon Showtime Woodley, but have you ever met Hakim Legal?
Castara kid.
Castara kid. But Castara, this Goal City team, for me, has always been the dark horse in this competition. I remember mentioning to a coach at one point, my favorites for this competition and the dark horse. And here is the dark horse in the final.
In dark blue, navy blue. Midnight blue or navy blue. Legal. Mistake in the middle of the park. Ball stolen by Curlon Ferguson.
Definitely.
And he provided that assist to Legal. We know Legal will make the run.
And 99% of the time, as always, he would make no mistake.
No mistake, Jafire.
But this game does
it's far from over.
Does have more goals in it.
Signal Hill will fight to bring back themselves into the game. Cleared away by Williams, the experienced Williams, Jeremy Williams. Castara has produced a number of players over the years, even national players. They have produced. Carl Williams, you know that name? He was on the under 20 team of 1991.
Right.
Coached by Bertie Sinclair for Portugal. Carl Williams from Castara. Colston Dick playing for Joe Public. Handel Manswell playing for Caledonia AIA and Fire Services. Among many more players.
And we see Goal City is ready in a substitution here. Number 4, Clayton Henry. Usually when you see Goal City bringing on Clayton Henry, it is to show up the game.
Oh yes.
You know, and slow the game down a little bit. Bring the game into their control, because this team at this juncture in the game, they are looking at cruise control.
3 goals to 2. They lead.
Still all to play for.
And I forget to mention my neighbor. He moved to Friendsfield, but he's originally from Castara. That's Kenyon Manswell. Player on the under 17 national team of 2001 also.
Right.
From Castara. So Castara over the years would have been producing. However, we have to dig deep into some history book to know when they would have last won title here in Tobago.
Right, yeah.
We have to dig very deep into the archives. It has been ages. And they have been coached by Andrew Williams. He was also a former player, vital player, midfielder, central defender also for Castara Goal City. They call him Hoghead. So Clayton Henry is what, the closer? game closer.
That's what I've seen them use him as in games gone by.
Well, right. He's replacing Holder.
And I mean, all in all, against the
my trouble! Oh my word!
And I mean, when he goes into the middle of the park and partners with Ferguson, Goal City definitely starts to look more comfortable in the middle of the park.
Did you see a mistake there by the goalkeeper?
But it goes unpunished.
And
Edwards here.
They brought Edwards on the other side of the field. On the left hand side now. He's primarily a right footer. But they brought him over on this side to use his pace, cutting and possibly shoot. Ferguson. Ball stolen from Lee Golliers on his heel a bit.
So Charles switches on onto the right side. Hopefully that could give him a boost in confidence and a little more success going forward.
Legal away he goes. One man army. He alone will take on the entire team. And he holds it up and he waits. He holds it up and he waits and he changes pace. What a cunning player. You see?
And they are finding it difficult to deal with him.
He alone, he's a bit winded now. He will take a 5. He will take a 5 before he gets up. Take your 5, Legal, and ask for some assistance. Yes, man.
And one thing you can't say and one thing you must see is every game that he plays, he definitely enjoys it. You always see that smile on his face.
Yes. He worked. He was among 4 or 5 defenders there, he alone. And he's still taking a bit of a breather. He needs to take a breather at the moment. Handball there. And I think Legal is happy. Just look at him walking there. He's happy for that little bit of a respite. He's happy for that respite at this moment. A handball here. Shot, yes. Hand extended away from his body.
A handball.
Yeah. So that's not how you defend. You have to defend keeping your hands down, eh?
And this is the range I would have liked to see. I would have liked to have seen Franklin at.
But it seems to be Ferguson line. No. That's Jeremy Williams. He will be taking charge here. And he goes directly for goal. And goes wide of the mark. And let me note also, I call her name Carl Williams, that was on the under 20 team for Portugal 1991. In 1990, Signal Hill won the Intercol and by 1-0. Goal scored by Carl Williams. That goal was scored by Carl Williams when Signal Hill won in 1991. Captain Dale Boucher. I don't know if you ever heard that name.
Yeah, I think that's the father of the Tory Boucher.
That's right, yes. Dale Boucher was the captain of Signal Hill, and Dale Boucher also would have been on that team to Portugal. It was quite a few Tobagonians on that team. Captain, of course, by Dwight Yorke. Yes. That team that played in Portugal that year for Portugal, Luis Figo was under 20.
Wow.
They won the championship in their own country.
Wow.
And their lineup, they had Figo, Rui Costa, I think, you know. Some big names that came out and shot from distance, wide of the mark. And so we had a Castara kid on that team. And now we are here in 2025 with 7.5 minutes of regulation time to go. Castara leading 3-2. Will Signal Hill make a comeback? Signal Hill will build it out from the back. It is not beyond Signal Hill to stage a comeback.
No, it isn't, but their playmaker Marcel has disappeared from the game just a little bit.
Maybe he's playing a bit too deep.
Probably.
Bring him a bit closer to the goal. Risk it.
But that's what happens sometimes when you are forced into a change, because the change of George pushed Valdez Perez back into the center of defense, and that would have forced Marcel into a more defensive midfield position. Beautiful skill there.
For a moment I thought he was home. Well won there by Ferguson, and he's getting up to chase it to no avail. Ferguson showing some pace, at this moment. Quite an experienced player, very experienced campaigner. For many years he would have been representing Castara. I think this primarily their first title. Mistake at the back there.
This could be costly. This could be costly.
Wide of the mark. Shot by, is that Anson Campbell taking a shot there? Or Henson?
Anson Campbell. Also.
Yes. Marcel has been having a pretty brilliant game, stringing the passes together.
This could be dangerous.
There he goes. One pass and he's gone. Played that ball very early for him, but the ball is being defended here. Arta giving it away again. Well defended there by defender Jaden. Jaden here defending and telling him get up, but he's leading. Remember that. Signal Hill, Tafarel Joseph coming on for Henson. Is that Henson coming off?
Yes, that's Henson Charles being replaced.
Yes, Tafarel Joseph. Henson have been pretty ineffective. Legal
on the attack again.
That's a foul. No call there. Henson, I think he stayed on probably 10 minutes too long.
Too long, yeah.
10 minutes, he was pretty ineffective for the entire game. A talented player, yes, but every night is not Sunday night.
So true. And you would expect, or you would want that your talisman players to show up when it matters the most. I mean, in the finals of the Big 8 competition, Edwards definitely has shown up. You would have liked Henson Charles to show up as well.
I think Signal Hill could try moving Marcel a bit closer to the goal.
They might need to.
Instead of having him so deep, and obligating him to be deep, they might be well advised, because he has the most quality in terms of that final pass. Will that cross? Ferguson deals calmly. Akini Ferguson. I noted earlier in the game, in the commentary, that Akini Ferguson was a former midfielder, striker for Castara. But he is multi-skilled, so he can go into the goal.
And he's proven to be
I see some skill there by
as well.
There's some skill there by the coach. Remember, we noted that he was a former player. That flag is up already. Yeah, there's some 2.5 minutes plus stoppage. The direct play is not working. Long punt up the field. They can still build it and go and move the ball and go up a bit. Balls will be outside there. Anson Campbell. There we see Ken Vaughan is remonstrating a bit with Jaden for that decision. Use your playmaker. In other words, Maurice Hackett. Ball given away. No tactical change by Signal Hill. No, they would be well advised to have Ken Vaughan a bit closer up. A bit closer up. Take that risk. Let them bring the ball up to him there. No, he's there going back in the midfield for the ball. And they are not even using him. That's the show. That's the problem there. I don't know if you're not...
And he's a player that tends to become a little bit flustered and a little bit frustrated when he isn't on the ball.
But he's well within the right there because we are seeing it. They are approaching him, but they are not giving him the ball. And then they are losing it. And he's their best passer of the ball, their best playmaker. However, a bit of tactical switch, yes, to have him closer to the attack, but he's still staying as a deep line playmaker.
Definitely.
A simple pass would have sufficed Henry. Marcel has to do it for himself, you see. Don't we see that? He's the most effective ball carrier.
Yeah, he is.
The most effective ball passer.
You only see 5 minutes added on. What can Signal do in 5 minutes?
5 minutes is a lot of time according to how they use it.
But they are giving up possession a little bit too easily.
Where they need Marcel on the ball. Where Jaffa use some pace, he crosses with his left. Easily dealt with by Jeremy. And Legal is away. He is onside. 1-on-1. Will this be the close-up play? Yes, it. Oh, no.
Great save by keeper Thomas. And again, these are the moments that we were speaking about earlier. These are the moments where if Signal Hill go forward now and put the ball in the back of the net, these are the moments that we would be speaking about.
But Signal Hill lacking quality.
Again, giving up possession so cheaply.
Legal could have closed the play there tonight with his hat-trick goal. He's already on a double. That would have been the hat-trick there. One ball, winning that one win in the centre back, and then a punt up the field from Jeremy Williams.
Referee.
The referee letting the game go on. 2 minutes. The second minute of stoppage time. Castara leading 3-2. On the verge of becoming the champion. Shot from the edge of the box. Charged down. Ferguson. Combination with Legal. Ferguson still has some speed in his legs. Oh well, he has a very tough body. If he screens that ball, it will require at least 2 players or 3 players to get that off him. As we see here. Bit of windedness also. Third minutes of stoppage time. Lack of players being committed forward. Need to commit some more players forward.
And Castara is just comfortable with Signal Hill playing the ball from side to side. Again, just giving up possession cheaply.
Kenvin. Too straight. And Akini Ferguson being a midfielder himself, doing some stretches. Animation. Final minute and a half of stoppage time. Final minute and a half of the season. As the man of the match, Hakeem Legal is being summoned to the substitute bench.
And he's killing, he's trying to milk the clock just a little bit.
After a man of the match performance, a double being scored, almost a hat-trick, he is now being replaced by Kyle George. A very good move to even so that he can soak up the applause of the fans here at the Dwight Yorke Stadium. Indeed, it was a man of the match performance, a Tobago Sports Live man of the match. We declare him man of the match. Ferguson shoots from distance. Ball breaks on the left.
Could be goal number 4 here.
Goal kick.
And that's
and where are
probably the end of the game.
Where are the vehicles lined up to take the north side road motorcade all the way up to Castara, through Government House Road, Mount Grace, Mason Hall, Moriah, Runnymede, Devines Road, Castara, and then from Lansomy, Bloody Bay, Palatavere, converging down on the bay in Castara tonight. Castara will not sleep tonight.
But I must say that this was a well-deserved win for this Goal City team. I mean, where they started in this competition, it was never an easy feat, but Signal Hill on the attack here once again. Has to be the end of the game.
And there is the final blast. Castara. The Tobago Football Association champions of 2024-2025 season.
And here we see Legal running onto the pitch with the Castara flag.
Goal City FC. Castara Goal City.
And here we also see that the Castara fans they have gone into a frenzy.
And so we want to thank all the fans of Tobago football. We want to thank everyone that loves Tobago football and support Tobago football and play in Tobago football. As the fans make their way out of the stadium, as the friends and family of the Castara team goes to congratulate their team, and congratulations also to the second place Signal Hill, who would have had a wonderful season.
Definitely.
But we must have a winner tonight. And unfortunately, Signal Hill, they are the runners-up this season. And the champions, Castara Goal City, after so many years, they are now going to take this trophy right back up the north side road into Castara. And I want to say a blessed night, a blessed 2025 to one and all. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for enjoying Tobago football with Tobago Sports Live. Have a blessed one. Be safe. Be good to each other. So that we could have a blessed Tobago, the greatest little island on earth. Thank you very much. You have any closing remarks, Mr. Williams?
Well, congratulations to Castara Gold City once again. I mean, again, this was definitely my dark horse for this TFA competition. I wasn't sure which competition they would have won, whether it be the FA or the league, but they showed up and they showed out. And commiserations to Signal Hill United, as they would have played really well, but unfortunately sometimes that's how the game goes.
Yes, as the fans, they enjoy and soak in the pleasure. A blessed night to one and all. Be safe.
And the representative from 1976 FC Phoenix, and the rep from Roxborough, Lakers. Run from 1976 FC Phoenix. Are you there? We are still signaling team. Signal your team. Join us, please. Castara, Goal City. Firstly, you pray. Alright. First, let's start. We want to thank everyone for their support tonight, for the semi-finals, and for your continuous support during the season. It was a successful season that has kind of tonight with Goal City triumphant. So you want to run through the presentation this time. We're going to start with a special presentation from Goal City. So the person that's doing the presentation, Goal City. And we are still the team members from Signal United to join us. Conference prizes. So the team that placed first in the Western Conference, 1976 FC Phoenix. Representative from Phoenix. Moving on again, Eastern Conference winners, Roxford Lakers. So we're moving on to the individual awards. Best midfielder, Greek, Alfred Felix. Best defender, Jeremy Williams, West City. appeal for the season 2024-2025 in the Tobago Football Association competition is illegal. We move on to the league. This was played out tonight, the final. So we went first with the second runner-up, Leeds United. Presented by the president of the Mr. Alfred. First, runner-up, collecting their silver medals. You will line up, come individually, captain with the horse. So you will send him in. You will send him in. Signal in. United. Signal in United. The second place, Signal United.